Welcome back to Here's Next Door. Thank you all for joining us today. Today we're doing another Station Cribs. We're still in Michigan. We're doing Madison Heights, station number 2. So let's go talk to Tom. So today we're going to be meeting up with Tom Levey. He's one of their paramedic firefighters here, and he's going to walk us through the station. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Mike.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. I hear that this is actually a newer station or a renovation.
Yep.
Is that correct?
We just finished renovations back in it in June. It was originally built in 1979, so it was time for an update. So they did the renovations. Obviously, you can see being right in downtown, you get all the road traffic and everything like that.
Right.
So we're excited to show you the new renovations of it and everything like that.
Let's start on your patio and work our way through.
All right. So this is still original to the station. There was no major structural changes besides the engine bays. They were the only ones really redone with the gym and stuff. So this is still the original building. It was 1979 it was made. Original patio and everything like that. So
I like the fact that this station looks like your other station. When I was Facebook stalking you like I usually do when I'm doing my research, the two stations actually look very similar.
Very similar together. Yep, with the base flat against the wall and everything. Yep.
Right.
So awesome. Right into the kitchen, and we are getting ready in the middle of lunch.
Okay.
So
nice to meet you.
Our engineer's cooking. That's Travis.
Smells good in here already. Nice to meet you, Travis. Wow, this is really nice.
Yep, this is a brand new kitchen for us. It's about double the size of what it was before.
Okay.
We did not have the island, and it's just more ergonomical for us.
You guys are 24/7, right?
Yep, we are a career fire department, 24/7. We are all cross-trained as firefighter paramedics.
Okay.
So there's no divisible duties or anything. If a fire comes in and you're on the rescue or the ambulance, you are going to the fire. You are going to be the suppression crew.
Okay.
So we're all cross-trained all the way around. So if you're fire, you're a medic. If you're a medic, you're a firefighter.
That's pretty good way to do that, so you don't get overwhelmed with just one task all the time.
Right.
It gives you good variety.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned that I'm a rescue and on the ambulance, or you call a rescue an ambulance?
We call a rescue an ambulance.
Okay.
So the way it's designated for us is Rescue 71 and Rescue 72. Whatever it's the 72 down here, that's going to be, the 2 is going to be in the south end station, station 2.
Okay.
So it just that's kind of how we've done it, and that's most of the way Oakland County does it.
How many people do you run per station?
Per station down here is 4, and then up at station 1 is 6. So a total of 10 for full staff for the day.
Very nice. That's a good size crew.
Yep, it's a good size crew for the size of our city. So, and actually Rescue 72 is on its way back in right now.
Okay.
So it'll be fun. All right.
All right.
So if we kind of just take a look over here, we just have additional pantry and storage. They put some ice maker and everything for us down here.
Okay.
And then
I love the kitchen table. Everybody has got to have a nice, good kitchen table.
Yep. And with them redoing the kitchen at Station 1, Station 1's coming down here to eat a lot more, so we're still cooking for 10, even though. So, but we have the day room here, which is completely renovated. They've doubled the size of this. We have room for up to 6 down here now, for future staffing purposes, if they want to go through more staffing. So cool.
Yeah, nice and comfortable. I like the recliners.
Yep.
All right, and where we go from here?
So right now, this is obviously, since this is a substation kind of, it's a smaller station for us.
Okay.
So it's a lot smaller. We got a completely new renovated watch office where firefighters can do their reports and everything like that. We check our emails, basically the same stuff we do at Station 1. We have a security system, and then we have our bricks alerting system, which is pretty nice because it'll pop up on here where it is on the map and the call, so we know right where to go.
Right.
And like I said before, the lights change. So it's pretty cool when it goes off. So you'll be able to see that too with the lights out in the bay.
Okay.
So
I like the fact that you have a glass window going out to the bay too. So you can be in here.
Yep.
You can have the doors open. The public can come in if they need to.
Yep.
You know, you're right on a pretty major thoroughfare.
This is the downtown district of Madison Heights, which is right along John R. here. Okay. Major way connecting Metro Detroit all the way up to through Troy and Rochester and all that. So this is all city. We're 100% hydrated area. Okay. So we don't have to worry about water troubles or anything like that. We are just 2 miles outside Detroit. Our southern border is 10 miles, and that's 2 miles north of 8 Mile, so it's right there. Okay. And then we go all the way up to 14 miles. So we have 7.4 square miles. It's a pretty diverse area. As we were talking on the way down here, you got high rises and industrial and more residential neighborhoods and everything in the south end.
Okay.
So,
about how many calls do you run a year?
Last year we did about 5,100 calls. Okay, which is going up.
Yeah.
When I first started, we were at like 46, so 7 years ago. What they did different with this station is they did individual bedrooms. We have the lieutenant's office right next to his dormitory, and everything like that. Compared to Station 1, they did the individual dorms, which is a big thing they're doing now to kind of give the privacy and, you know, the sleepers and stuff like that. Everybody sleeps different.
We've had a pretty good debate going on the channel right now, whether you want that camaraderie of everybody kind of sleeping in the same room versus the individuals. Now, I have a partner that tends to snore quite a bit. So having an individual, and I can snore at times, so depending on who you're working with, you know, that could really interrupt sleep. So having individuals is good, but you do kind of lose some of that camaraderie. My thought process, and a lot of thought processes around, is that's what the common room is for.
That's what the day room's for. The kitchen, the day room,
hang out with each other there, and then you have your private room and get back to sleep.
Exactly, that was kind of my thought about that too, because I enjoy the private dorms.
This is a unique thing too, having lockers right outside the dorms here. So then I assume you're just assigned to a locker. You can put a lock on it, keep all your personal stuff. Your change of
So what the plan is you come in the morning and the on-duty crew is coming out of the dorm, and you can go in there and change and get ready for your shift and everything like that. So instead of taking a locker room, they just made the hallway 6 to 8 on space. So what we did is ended up taking, which was a locker room here, and they turned it into 2 individual bathrooms. So, which is really nice with our own laundry room here on the side. So we'll go in here and you can just take a look real quick.
The dorm room. So they supplied all the beds and stuff
all
like that.
beds, lighting and everything is that, and these are those lights I was telling you about. So when a call comes in, you'll see it turn whatever color and it lights up the entire room. So it's fine. And we have what we have is the ramp up tones. So it's not the heart saver tones.
You don't get that jolt out of
Exactly. So as I said, down here we have our 2 individual bathrooms, and then we have laundry on this side and on the other side. So,
is this the laundry for your gear or just your personal stuff?
This is our personal stuff and our uniforms and things like that. We have gear, we have washer and dryers on the other side that are the extractors and stuff for our gear, and then we also have a whole other side of washer and dryer for like station towels and all that other stuff. Try to keep the contamination to a minimum and everything like that.
It's very cozy in here.
It is.
The feeling that I get, and I know it's a new renovation, but you still have some of that old firehouse feel in here, even though it's been upgraded. I think that's a good thing that they were able to preserve that feeling. But if anybody's in the area and they want to come down and take a look, you get that firehouse feel when you show up here.
For most of us that were here before the renovations, you still get the old walls and everything, so it still feels like home for that. So it still gets you the reminiscence of the old station and everything like that. So
Now, do you have something on the other side of the bay?
We do. We have our gyms and our utility rooms are all over.
Let's go take a look at that.
So out of this station, we house 2 rescues and an engine.
Looks like they're still doing a punch list of checks to make sure things are
final
good.
check stuff. So we're just doing some final stuff. What's up, guys? Don't mind us. You're good. So this is our gym, just like at Station 1. So completely redone.
I got a nice floor on it. You got all the equipment that you need to keep up on your fitness programs.
And we did the accent walls in most of the station with the red on there and everything like that. So completely redone. And if you see on the other side there, we do have a big window too. So we can see what's going on and everything too, see what trucks are out and what's coming back in.
So. And that's also a safety kind of feature when you're working out. You know, many of us, there was actually an article posted a couple years ago, and I think Gems Magazine, that person was working out, had a medical incident, and ended up passing away. No one found her until a day later.
Looks
like your rescue's coming back in.
So
before we continue on, do us a favor: hit subscribe, hit notifications, smash those like buttons, make a comment below. Tell us what you think right now, and we'll continue on. So over here, you got the gym, you said, and you said you have utilities back here.
This is where we have another restroom on this side. We have, like I said, the washer and dryer for our towels and everything like that.
Love the hose dryer.
And then this is actually new to our station, and the gear extractor. We never used to have one at Station 2. The old Station 2, we always used to go up north and get our gear. Have everything down there. So we're trying to keep the stations as separate as possible sometimes. So you're not going up there at 2 in the morning if you're coming back from a mutual aid fire.
So as a career department, did they supply you with all the gear that you need, and how many sets do they give you? How does that work?
Every fire medic here has 2 sets of bunker turnout gear, structural gear, and then we also have a set of EMS gear, which is the basic stuff without the thermal layers in it and everything. So they supply all that. The only thing we get an allowance for our uniforms. That's what we get. So anything that has to do with our job, they give us. So they're really good with that.
It's a good way to do that.
And then back here we just have a little workbench. Little workbench, mechanics room, and everything like that.
That's nice.
This is pretty much original to the station. They didn't touch this much. They just redid some of the workbenches and everything like that. And then what's new to us this year with this station is they implemented a decon room. So if we have a door that goes right outside there into it. So So if we have anything, we can take showers in here and everything like that. For anything decontamination things. So.
Right, because of the stuff that you get into. You here run multiple things, right? You do rescue, you do technical rescue.
So we have several teams. We have obviously our EMS division, which is our ambulances and our engines. We have our suppression, which we all do. We have our technical rescue, which is your high angle, low angle, your confined space, trench rescue, and your building collapse. Then you have your hazmat teams, which is your hazardous materials. We have a bunch of techs. But what we also started doing in the recent years is putting together other teams, especially with, I know you know, with GEMS and everything and the mental health and everything. We have a peer support team, which is guys that go through special training, firefighters that go through special training, and they actually can, if you have traumatic calls or anything like that, you can talk to them and they can help you through that stuff, coaching things.
Yeah.
So that, and we have a fitness team too, which they do a weekly workout for us and everything like that. If guys can't work out on their own time because we're busy, it's pretty nice because they do that weekly workout for us too.
Right. So can you explain to me how, if I want to become part of your company, how do I go about doing that? Is there an application process? Do I come into the station? How do I do that?
So there is an application process, and with us, you have to go through your fire academy, your EMT, and then your paramedic academy. We hire your fire medic. Once you get your fire medic, you can apply here. You can apply if you're an EMT, but it is paramedic on time of hire. So if you go to your paramedic school, you can get all that done, and you come apply for us, and sometimes there are sponsorships available for the fire academy. So, we do have one immediate opening right now.
Do you have any social media platforms that they can also kind of check you out? I know I stalked you a little bit on Facebook. Yeah. Is there anything else out there?
So we do, if you go to our city YouTube page, we do have something called Fire Fridays, where it's myself and a couple other firefighters, and we do videos, we do the day in the life. People, if you have questions, you want to know anything about us or how we do or why we do what we do, it's what the trucks do, because you know there's always a specialty truck for something. So they follow us on that and it'll be great.
That's awesome. Okay, anything else in this house?
Nope, that's pretty much it besides the trucks.
Let's go see the trucks.
All right.
Here you have, it looks like an ambulance right off the bat.
So what we do here is these two are frontline, Rescue 72 and Engine 72. And when this truck here is Rescue 73, it's cross-staffed.
Right.
So if a third due medical comes in, the engine crew will jump if they're in quarters, and they'll jump on here and meet the north end engine on the call. One
of the confusion that may happen is you keep calling it a rescue, which I love. I love the fact that you do that. Does it have actually rescue tools?
No, this is an ambulance. It's an ambulance. We just call them rescues for our sake.
Okay.
So it is an ambulance. This one you actually used to carry the jaws on here when we had lower staffing numbers, but now it's just strictly ambulances. All our extrication and all our suppression stuff is carried on the engine.
Gotcha. Okay. And can you tell me about this? What year is it? What make, model?
It's a 2020 Suffin. It's actually one of our newer trucks in the fleet. It's second newest. Rescue 71 was up there. It replaced our reserve engine that was up there. It's pretty much brand new. It's got a 1250 GPM pump on it, and it holds 700 gallons of water.
Okay.
Or 750 gallons of water with the 30-gallon foam tank on it.
Okay.
So it's kind of a jack of all trades. As you know, it's the toolbox of the fire service.
Absolutely.
So we have all our stuff, and the major thing that's a big change for us is we started going to the clean cab.
Okay.
So these are all our gear compartments. Instead of actually keeping it in the truck, it's in a vented box by itself and everything like that.
I think one of the first times we saw this, Kentwood in Michigan was actually considering, and they bought a new one and was going to this concept. How do you like it? Do you think it actually works well?
I do like it. It saves up room in the cab. For safety reasons, I enjoy it. So it does make you feel a little better knowing that it's a self-vented container and stuff like that. That stuff's not getting in, because back before we had these, you would just throw them in the back seat and call it good. But now it's got that self-vented, so you feel safer and more comfortable.
One of the biggest arguments against these kind of clean concepts is you're going to show up to the scene, you're going to get out of the truck, and now you're going to dress.
Right.
And the public perception has been, oh, they're not even ready to go to the fire.
Right.
Have you had any of that kind of kickback?
No, we haven't, to be honest. No.
So that's a myth. That's really an urban myth.
It really is. We've switched over to the clean cab about 2 to 3 years ago when we got the other engine, and we haven't had trouble. We do donning drills for probationary firefighters and everything, so we're pretty good at that. So that's not a major issue for us.
It takes 30 seconds to put on gear once you get there. And it's saving your life. It's putting career longevity into your career.
The safety. So that's the main thing for it.
Okay, this is Rescue 72, you said?
The Rescue 72, Ambulance 72, whenever you want to decide it. So it's all our trucks are ALS. All our frontline apparatus are ALS, which is paramedic. They're paramedic, carry all the same things. So This is one of the older rescues, and it's going to be getting replaced here in the near future.
Okay. So, it still looks brand new. It's an excellent.
About 5 years old.
I love the black over red.
Yep, that's
a really classic color.
Yep.
That a lot of firehouses are continuing to use. And you're saying this is new for you guys?
This is new for us. I mean, you've seen if you've seen our other 2 trucks up north, their tower is just solid red, and then the other engine with the reserve engine is red and white.
Okay.
So the red and black is new for us. So.
Okay. Last but not least, before we continue on, where's your gear? Other than you put it in the rack, but do you have a gear rack? Because we actually just did a couple of video series on the design of new buildings, right?
Right.
And they do hot, warm, and cold zones and stuff like that. Because this is an older footprint, you didn't necessarily have to meet those regulations.
Right.
So your gear is on the back
Yep,
wall.
we used to, it's pretty much in the same spot it was for the old stations.
Okay.
They just upgraded our racks and everything like that.
Yep.
So we keep it all out here and everything, and actually I can show you. There at any given time, there's 12 guys, 12 firefighters down here because that's our staffing down here.
Okay.
So, but we always keep extra lockers for additional personnel. So as you can see, my locker's down here, all by its lonesome.
Yeah.
So, but these are new racks for us, and we just keep our gear out here because we do have exhaust vents up here.
Okay, and that's what we heard when we were talking up front, because the engine or the rescue came in.
You'll see the plywood vent system and everything like that. So another safety feature with it, we hook it up to the exhaust pipes, and just gets all the exhaust out of the building. So.
Okay. Okay. Now I noticed that we got a lot of traffic that goes by here. How hard is it to get in and out of a station that's right on that?
It's not bad. I can show you. So as you can kind of tell, we got the green lights on the doors.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you the door's all the way open. And on the outside of the building, we have the same light strips that light up and tell you the door's open. And it's a warning for traffic, pedestrians coming across.
Right.
But we do actually have a button that we can control traffic lights if need be.
Okay.
So that's the main thing right now. So most of the time you can see the big red truck coming out. So with this footprint and this big long apron, it's pretty nice. So
good. That's awesome. Is there anything else in the building that we want to talk about?
No, this building's kind of smaller. It's just been remodeled, so we kind of get through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to show us what's going on. It's an absolutely beautiful station.
Thank you.
And you got a lot of good things going on here. I really like the fact that you do that, paramedic, engine, and firefighter together.
Yep.
And if you guys are out there and watching, you want to become part of the Madison Heights Fire Department, get a hold of them. Hit them up on their social media, come into the station, grab an application, and start the process. We're always looking for more firefighter paramedics, and no different here. You guys have, actually, I think I heard one position
One
open.
immediate opening right now.
Yeah, so definitely apply for that. Before we end, do us a favor, hit subscribe, hit notification, smash those like buttons, and make some comments below. Tell us what you think. Tom did a great job walking us around. We really appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming out and making the drive.
Appreciate it. And we'll see you again next week.